All right, again, adding two rational expressions. First step, find a common denominator. Right now, we have denominators of 3x squared plus 13x plus 4 and x squared minus 3x minus 28. Wondering what we might want to use as our common denominator. They are both written as differences and sums. So maybe it would help us if we had these rewritten as products. So we are going to go ahead and rewrite both of our denominators as products by factoring. First thing that I want to do is factor 3x squared plus 13x plus 4. I will box and diamond that. 3x squared, 4.
Now what are they doing? Oh yeah, what the dinguses.
We are wondering what multiplies to 12x squared, adds to 13x. This is an easy one. 12 and 1. Oops. So we have 12x and x. This is going to be 3x, x, 1, 4. So this first fraction is rewritten as 2x minus 1 over 3x plus 1 times x plus 4. I now want to factor x squared minus 3x minus 28. To save some time, I'm going to just go ahead and write this as a factor, which is x plus 4 times x minus 7. All right. We've rewritten both of our fractions. What I know is in common of both of them is x plus 4. So what I want to do is I'm going to multiply this fraction here by 3x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. Then this fraction here by x minus 7 over x minus 7. So I'm really going to have three things that are being multiplied in my common denominator. So I'm just going to add these up here. So I want to multiply by x minus 7 over x minus 7. So now in my denominator, I have 3x plus 1, x plus 4, x minus 7. This fraction, I have x plus 4 times x minus 7. The piece I am missing is 3x plus 1. So I'm going to multiply my numerator and my denominator by 3x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. Okay, so what I have now is going to be 2x minus 1 times x minus 7 plus x plus 3 times 3x plus 1 all over my common denominator of 3x plus 1 times x plus 4 times x minus 7. Okay, so it still looks pretty complex and messy. What we want to do is clean up this top. And right now, because I am adding still, this cannot be reduced at this point, okay? Because I want to say, oh, I see an x minus 7 here and an x minus 7 here, but the top is not written as a product because of this plus sign here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this first term, expand this second term, add my like terms, factor those, and then see if anything cancels out here. So when I take 2x minus 1 times x minus 7, I'm sorry, we would box and diamond that, or FOIL if you're a FOIL. Let's get this 2x squared. All right. So I have 2x squared. Negative x, negative 14x is negative 15x. Plus 7. So that is these two things multiplied together. Now I'm going to head and multiply x plus 3 times 3x plus 1. And we'll do that over here. So it's going to be 3x squared, 9x. Okay. So when I combine all these together, I have 3x squared plus 10x plus 3. Obviously, this is all over my common denominator. So I'm going to try and make this a little bit easier on me. Boom. Where's my denominator? Good. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms in my numerator. I have 2x squared and 3x squared, which gives me 5x squared. Combining my x's, negative 15x, 10x, leaves me with negative 5x. And 7 and 3 is plus 10. All right. That is all over my common denominator. Okay, so again, I can't cancel anything out yet because my numerator is not written as a product. But just looking at this, I do notice one thing about 5x squared minus 5x plus 10. And that is that a 5 goes into all three of those terms. So the first thing I'm going to do is factor out a 5. So this numerator becomes 5 times x squared minus x plus 2. Here's my denominator.